Hey guys, so today I am doing one of my most requested videos, which is what are my favorite books, what books do I love, what books have I reread, all of those. And there are so many books on my list on my phone. Like I have around like 50 books, maybe like 70 actually. I have so many books on my list that I want to read. But these are some books that I've read recently or a while ago that I just really love and I hold close to my heart. Reading is one of my favorite things in the world, and I love hearing other people's favorite books, and I love sharing my favorite books. It's like, I love doing that. It's my favorite thing. So if you love any of the books, comment down below if you've read them, or if you read them after you watch this video. Let me know. Let me know if you loved it. We can talk about it. I love talking about books with people. So yeah, here are some of my favorite books. So most of these books that I'm going to show you are actually requested by you guys. So thank you guys so much. You guys have an amazing taste in books. You guys are awesome. You're awesome. Thank you. Anyways, the first book is Me Before You by You-Jojo Moyes. And this is actually turning into a movie. You can actually look up the trailer if you want to. It's really good. So good. I really, really love this book. I love the character development. I love books that have characters that kind of come into themselves and, you know, find out who they are. It's kind of just a character developing, and I love that so much. So I really, really, really like this book, and I'm really like excited for the movie because I really like the actors that they chose. I think they're perfect. So yeah, definitely check out the trailer and the book. It's amazing. So these books are not in any specific order or anything, but this is definitely one of my favorite books, if not my favorite book of all time. Are you ready? All the Right Places. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I cannot tell you how much I love this book. And I haven't read a book that I have finished the last page and wanted to go right back to the first page and read it as like someone who already knows what's going to happen, because I always love doing that, because it's like when you finish it, you want to go back and you kind of know everything and it all kind of clicks in a different way, you know? But I really, really, really like this book. It's also a character development kind of story, but it's based on two characters, and it also has two point of views, which I really like. And it's just a really, really, really good book. I totally suggest this. Amazing. And the name Violet's in there, which is like my favorite name in the whole entire world. I love the name Violet. So the next book that kind of has two point of views is Eleanor and Park by Rowell, which is the coolest name ever, by the way. I know this book is pretty popular, and I really, really enjoy this book, not only because it kind of has two point of views of two teenagers falling in love, but I like it because it's pretty realistic. A lot of the time, teenage like love story books are kind of not realistic, and I really, really enjoy this, and I really like how you can hear it from her point of view and how she feels about him and how they're falling in love and how it's different for both of them but same at the same time. It's amazing. I really, really, really enjoy this book, and I can definitely see this becoming a movie for sure. And John Green has a little quote on it, apparently. I never saw that, but really, really good. Like I said, All the Bright Places is definitely one of my favorite books, if not my favorite book, but this is a close tie with it. This is called I'll Give You the Sun, and my friend Alyssa actually suggested this for me. Wow, this book was different than anything I've ever read before. I don't even know how to explain the plot. You kind of just have to either Google it or read it, because it's definitely something different. I really, really, really enjoy that, because I love plots that have never been really written before, and it's written so, so well. Also a character development. Also comes from two point of views. It's about twins, and it's just amazing. It's such a good book. At first, I didn't really understand it. It's kind of a book that you don't get it right away, you know, you kind of have to read a little bit and then you're like, oh, this makes sense, and it all kind of connects and the characters connect to one another. Amazing book though. It's really, really well written, and it has amazing quotes in it and amazing stories, and just a really, really, really good book, and definitely different from anything that I've ever read before. So this is an amazing author. Her name is Jandy Nelson. She's awesome. So this next book I actually read a while ago. It's called Don't Ever Change. I really like it. I really like the storyline. Also a character development story. Wow. I like characters that are developing. Pretty good. Anyways, this is actually really cool because it's based on kind of like where I live a little bit. In the book, she goes to the mall that I go to, which is really cool. I didn't even know that until I was like reading it. I was like, oh, so that was really cool. It was kind of like I connected to her a little bit, and it's a pretty good book. I really like it. I'm gonna link all the books down below, because some of the books I take the covers off, so I don't have all the authors. So if you don't know the authors and you want to buy it and stuff, just look down below and I will link it down below. So yeah. So this next book I really, really loved as well. I'm probably going to keep it forever just because it's really beautifully written. And it's called Why We Broke Up by Danielle Handler. Really, really good book. So it's basically about this young couple who broke up, and she makes a box of all the things that she's collected over the relationship, and everything that is in the box, she writes a little letter about the story behind it and all of that. So I really, really enjoy this book, and I love the way that it's written, and the pictures are amazing. They kind of draw the pictures of everything that is in the box. Oh, so good, so good. And I've actually reread this, and it's a really, really, really good book. So this next book is kind of a classic for me, and it's called Tuesdays with Morrie. A bunch of you guys have probably read it. I think I read it in school, actually. I think in like freshman year or something, but I don't actually think I read it. But now I'm happy I did because it's really, really good. What's that say? Buy two, get the third free. Good to know. This is a really, really good book. This is something that you highlight and you keep it with you everywhere you go. I'm definitely bringing this to college with me. It's just really, really good and has a really good story, and it's definitely inspirational, and you just have to read it. And I think I'm going to go through and highlight it because when I read it, I was just so into it, and I read it really fast as well. So I'm going to go through and highlight some of the things, but it's definitely inspirational. I really like that. So next is a book that was super, super, super requested to me, so I thought I would get it. So it's called Dirty Pretty Things, and it's basically just a bunch of poems and short stories, and they're all pretty beautiful. I haven't actually finished it. I'm like here. I'm like kind of at the end, not the end though, like the middle end. Yeah. But it's very beautiful, and some of the things in here are just absolutely gorgeous. So yeah. Next is a John Green book, and Looking for Alaska is one of my favorite books of all time. Also by John Green is one of my favorite books by him, but I actually can't find it. Maybe I gave it to someone? I don't know where it is, but this is also one of my favorite books by him. It's An Abundance of Catherines. At first, I couldn't really get into it for some reason, but the more I read it, the more I connected to the characters, so definitely enjoyed this. Definitely a really good book. So next, I gotta give a shout out to Zoella because you guys know she's one of my favorite people. Girl Online, of course I bought both of them. I love them. I'm actually almost done with this one, but this one was so good. I love the characters in there. I love the storyline. I just love her. So those are some of my favorite books that I've read recently and so far. I have a bunch of books on my list and over there that I want to read and stuff. So yeah, those are some of my favorite books. I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know if you read any of them and we can talk about it, or comment down below or something if you have read them or you have any suggestions. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.